medical world, we've pretty much reduced a human being to a complex chemical machine. I mean, the entire basis of evidence-based medical practice is a placebo-controlled, randomized controlled trial that removes any influence of human consciousness from the basis of medical science and medical practice and medical treatment. So that means that, when you go and see your GP, he's not going to listen to your stories or experiences or emotions or your feelings or your beliefs. He's going to measure your blood pressure and your cholesterol and put you on a pill, right?
Yeah.
In a 15-minute appointment. So the work I do now is the complete opposite, because as a trauma therapist, I'm not doing any healing to anyone at all. As we know, Dr. Ron Rudin has given us a very sophisticated scientific theory around the mechanisms by which the brain can heal itself. And what we're doing is creating the conditions for that healing to occur within the client. So we're facilitating a natural process. And the power relationship has to be swapped 180 degrees, because you have to be led by the client's desires and feelings and wishes, and you're in service to the client's story, as opposed and facilitating a process of healing within the client. So that was kind of a radical relearning for me. It's taken me perhaps 20 years to make that shift.
I love what you just shared. You're a servant to the client's story.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is really beautiful. And I think I'll be using that in future trainings. We've learned so much from the Rudins. Obviously, for those who aren't familiar with what havening is, this is the modality, the neuroscience-based approach that both Dr. Youngson, Robin, and myself use in our practice, as you know. It's a beautiful healing approach that puts the power of active emotional well-being in your hands, something you can use without even our help. You can do this every day to self-regulate and self-soothe for self-care. Obviously, for deeper rooted upsets and traumas, always good to work with a certified practitioner so you have support. Never good to do trauma work on your own. But this is a beautiful approach. And I'm going to put some information in the notes about havening and also how to get in touch with Robin, and also to grab the book, The Science of Miracles. And I'm also going to put a link in there for Time to Care, because they're two very different books, but I think they're both really beautiful books to have in your library as we're building the Holistically Speaking Podcast library. People will never run out of reading by listening to this podcast, that's for sure, because I always have the best on here.